Hi guys, welcome back to the series SMB3 tutorial on how to get sub 1 in Warpless any percent. Right now we're going to be doing World 5, so we'll go ahead and we'll jump right in. So for this level there's not much to really talk about, just jumping in the same spots that I'm jumping, pretty much going through the level normally, avoiding these guys, and then I usually shoot 2 fireballs at the end to build my P speed. So yeah, there's not much to talk about for this level. Now if you don't have firepower at this point, there is a strat at the very end to make things a little bit easier. So one way to complete the end of this level without firepower is you can use this star here to get yourself through. Another strat, if you're just Big Mario, is you can actually jump at the very end of this platform here. So just a big jump here and that'll line you up so you don't land on any of the munchers. So as you can see, if I do a big jump here, holding A the entire time, I land completely fine right in between. So right at the end of this platform, do a big jump, and then jump again. Alright, so for level 2, it's very important not to fall down the very bottom. So at the bottom of here, you don't want to risk falling down because you go through kind of a long fall here and you lose a lot of time. So you do want to, if you do want to go down this pipe. And you pretty much just have to work your way to the right. I don't know the strats on how to complete this level fast, but you pretty much just want to get through this level. It's pretty difficult. I'm not even gonna explain it. So to play it safe, you can just fall straight down here, and you'll land on this music block with no problem. But then yeah, you just want to pretty much jump your way up here. And then at this point, some people might not know this, but you're probably thinking that you need to jump right away, right as you exit this pipe. But you actually want to delay it a bit. So you want to jump, you want to go a little bit right and then jump up. And I usually just do like a left-right at the end, because if I jump right away, I'm not going to make that jump. So I usually delay it a bit, and then I usually press left and right to make it up there. So once you get up here, you can actually slide down. So once you get up here, you can slide. Then once I get to this point, I usually slide down and I use a visual cue, which is this cloud right here. This cloud right here is usually about where I jump. So if I'm here, and you want to hold down pretty much the entire time. You don't want to hold right to risk losing any speed. So you want to hold down the entire time. And then right when I get about level with the cloud there, kind of like that. It's pretty close, but once you get it, you pretty much just want to jump your way through like this, and then that's the end of the level there. Now there is a backup firepower that you can get. I actually just learned about this recently. I didn't know you could go into this pipe, but apparently you can, and there is a firepower here in case if you want it. I don't even know what's up here. Okay, it's just lives. Okay, I'd actually never tried that block before. But yeah, if you want to get a backup firepower or even a mushroom, this would be the place to get it. So if you actually go back through this pipe here, you'll spawn back here to this point at the end of this part of the stage. So just a backup idea for you. Alright, and then after level 2, you'll go down through this pipe. Now there's going to be 2 hammer bros here at this point, and typically in the Warpless run, you can use a music box to put them those 2 to sleep. You can either use the music box now or after the fortress. They stay asleep for 2 transitions, so either when you beat a level or if let's say you die. After 2 of those, then they wake up. So you can either put them to sleep now before you go into the fortress or afterwards. It's completely up to you. Alright, so here's the fortress. Okay, so this jump is pretty precise. You can either play it safe and just wait for that fireball to get out of your way, and then jump across. It's up to you. But typically, what I do is I do like a small jump here, and then I jump across, kind of like that. It does make it a little tight. You can also just run off and do a jump like that. Whatever you're more comfortable with. You can technically clear this gap doing a precise jump. But obviously, nobody does this in runs, but just something cool to know, so that you can actually clear that gap just like that. But no one does that in runs. It's pretty precise. So, all right. So once you clear this gap, you're gonna be jumping and you're gonna be holding left a bit because you don't want to run into this waffle here. So, you're gonna do a jump and you're gonna hold left a bit until it gets out of your way. And then you're going to be doing a small jump here, and you're kind of holding left a bit because you want to have enough space to jump through this gap here. So it'll look like this, kind of doing... I like to do a duck jump, but that's not required. You kind of just want to delay it a bit and then jump through. So turn back, jump through. And then for this part, you can actually just run off this platform and jump off here to get to the door, as you can see. But this is the easiest way. And then you're in the chamber. Alright, so now for the twisty castle. So if you did put the Hammer Bros to sleep, you can skip both of those. One has a P-Wing and another one has a star, but you don't need the P-Wing or star. Alright, so here's the twisty castle part. Okay, so it's very difficult to keep P-speed, but what you want to do is you want to do a duck jump through this small gap, and this is the platform where you want to build your P-speed. So do a quick duck jump or something like that, build your P-speed, and you want to actually like turn back at the end of this platform a little bit. So you want to do a run off, and you kind of want to turn back a little bit so you don't run into that waffle there. And typically what I do is I run all the way to this wall here, and then I do a jump off of here. So it'll look like this. Alright, and then after you jump off of that, you pretty much just want to try to jump and aim yourself to this pipe, and you kind of want to jump through it kind of like this. It'll look a little close to the waffles, but you should be fine. There's no visual cue I usually use for this part. It's kind of just timing the jump. So once you get up to this point, you want to jump as soon as possible. If you didn't build P-speed, I would recommend making the thwomp go down first. While the thwomp rises, you can just jump through like this. So jump here and then do a duck jump here and then do a duck jump here to avoid those thwomps from hitting you. And then at this part I usually use a visual cue, and that's this post here. This is a pretty good spot to jump to land into the pipe directly. It's pretty difficult to get into the pipe first try. It's definitely very hard, especially if you're using P-speed and everything's going really fast. For this part, if you did maintain your P-speed, you can jump, do a very small jump and land here. And then jump your way across. You'll bounce off of this guy, and then you'll make your way across there. So it'll look like this. Kind of like that. If you didn't build your P-speed, you can just run off. And just hold A the entire time. So run off the pipe and then jump. Then holding A. And then at this part's kind of hard, but you want to delay your jump because you want to rebuild your P-speed on this floor here. So you kind of want to delay your jump a bit, because if you jump right away, you won't land close to the pipe to have enough room to rebuild your P-speed. So kind of want to land as close as possible here. It gets pretty close, but once you build your P-speed, you can do a duck jump here, and then just kind of jump your way through. And then for this part, if you do have firepower, what I like to do is I like to shoot right when I'm at this corner here, right when I'm about to fall off. That's a good spot to shoot the Koopa. Otherwise, if you don't have it, or if you want to, you could just do a jump like this. So you can do it this way, and spawn the ladder, climb yourself up. Okay. So this level is very difficult and it will require a lot of practice. If you want to learn the P-speed strat, it's just a lot of jumps that you have to memorize, as you can see. But yeah, using this first platform to build your P-speed, jumping here, this is all by muscle memory, guys, so it's really hard to kind of explain what I do here. Alright, so for this Koopa bounce, when I bounce on him, I usually just let go of A and I let Mario fall to this platform here to be able to bounce off that platform. So I bounce, so I do a natural bounce here and then I jump off that platform. And you'll never run into that Koopa, you'll always be able to run right under him. You can do a big bounce here to clear the gap completely, but that's a bit risky of a strat, so I'd recommend just doing a bounce here. Again, that's a hard level, but you can finish that level casually. It's no problem at all. It's gonna take a lot of practice, so if you don't have save states, it's probably gonna be a little bit difficult to learn. All right, so for level 5. There's actually a lot of ways to do this level. The way that I do it is very different to what other people do. It's just more comfortable for me. So in the beginning, what I like to do is when I jump over this block here, I shoot 2 fireballs like this. And that usually takes care of at least the Goomba. Sometimes it takes both him and this Koopa out. If you're just Big Mario, you can still try to avoid them. But if, let's say, you do take damage accidentally, you can regain a mushroom here. So you get past this part, and then what I like to do here is I like to shoot this Koopa here to give myself enough room to build P-speed. So I shoot him here, and then I use this entire ground. I use this entire ground here to build my P-speed, and then I just rub up against this pipe and jump over this piranha plant. That's just by preference. That's just what I do. It's pretty consistent for me, and I don't think it's that much slower. So I'd probably call this a beginner strat here. So I run here, run off the pipe. And then here, I actually do a small jump. Well, I wouldn't even say small, I'd probably say a medium jump. Right in the middle here. I don't really have a visual cue, but I like to jump off of that Goomba here. So like right in the middle here, I do kind of a medium jump. Like that. You can also just do a big jump here and clear the entire gap. So if you do a jump at the very end and do a big jump, you can clear that too. So it's kind of up to you. This is just the strat that I've chosen here, so. And you just want to run your way through. And that's it. So whenever I'm Big Mario in this level, and I don't have firepower to kill this Koopa here, typically what I do is I bounce on this Koopa twice and pick him up. And then I use him to kill the piranha plant. I don't think that's required. So it looks like you can still make the gap regardless, but I guess what I do in my runs, but I'll probably end up changing now that I know this, is I used to just do this to basically verify that I can clear the piranha plant with no problem. Now I will be talking about this more in the next level coming up, but you can get raccoon suit here, and this is helpful in case if you don't have firepower in the next level, because you can damage boost. So in World 7, you can use this suit to damage boost. And then what I do is I run off this wall and I jump off the top of it. This first wall here. There is a way to maintain your P-speed here, in case if you don't. So if you don't maintain your P-speed, you can just kind of jump your way through, like this. I'm pretty much just holding A the entire time and just jumping my way through. But there is a strat that you can do to maintain your P-speed. So that's how you can maintain your P-speed. It's a little bit tricky, but that's how you get your firepower and maintain your P-speed there. And let's say you already have your firepower here, so this is how the level will look. Alright, so kind of a lot going on there. We'll try to break this down. So everything in here is kind of normal. I'm kind of just jumping over the top of everything instead. Alright, and then for this part here, I typically want to jump, I guess it doesn't really matter which ones you jump on, but for these ones here, you want to jump on the first one, because that lines up the jump very well. As you can see, if I bounce off the first guy here, I'll land on this pipe completely fine, and this is where you wanna jump off of. So once you bounce off this first guy, you can hold A, and then right when you get on the pipe, you can jump again and do a boost off of that other guy in front of the pipe, like that. And then that's how you maintain your P-speed all the way through. But if you just want to do it the casual way, that's fine too. Without P-speed, that's another option for you. Okay, and a couple more levels here. This will be the fortress. See if I can get Jesus clip. Oh my god, that was actually first try. Alright, so that is what we like to call a Jesus clip, and this is a very hard clip. I don't think we've gone over clips yet in this entire series. So I'll kind of touch base more on that in, I guess, World 7. So the normal way to do this level is this way, going through the pipe. Okay, so for this fortress, what I like to do is I like to do a big jump just over everything. You can use this platform if you want, but usually a big jump will clear it no problem. So a big jump here, entering this pipe. Alright, and then what I like to do is on this platform here, so first, so 1, 2, 3, fourth platform, I want to do a kind of a small jump right in the middle, because I want to land close to the edge of this as possible to have enough room to build my P-speed. So as you can see, if I do a jump here and I land very close, I have plenty of room to build my P-speed. So land at the very front of that bridge there. And then what you want to do is you want to do a duck jump at the end here. Now sometimes you will get a boost off of off of Bones here. Off of what's his name, Dry Bones. So you can get a boost off him here, and that's fine. Sometimes you don't get a boost though, like this. So this is kind of one of those moments where you just have to time your jumps. So I want to jump at the end of this bridge here, and just do a full jump at the end of this bridge. It's kind of hard to keep track of which bridge is which at this point. But as long as you know which bridge to go off of, you'll be completely fine. So off of this bridge here, big jump, and then you'll land on this very small bridge here. So big jump, and then another big jump. Then you want to land on these question blocks. So big jump, land on this question block. Do a quick turn back, because sometimes that fireball spawns in front of you, right here. So you want to do kind of a turn back right here at this point. So big jump, kind of a small jump, turn back, jump over. Sometimes a dry bone enemy spawns here and sometimes he doesn't. So just be prepared for that. Turn back, jump over, and then jump through the pipe. Alright, so this is the last level because we're actually going to be clouding over level 9. So this is the last level here, level 8. A lot of very small jumps, but it's pretty easy. Okay, so to build your P-speed, you want to use as much of the cloud area as possible. So landing pretty close to the edges here to build your P-speed. And you're just doing small time jumps here. So to keep track, there's going to be a Koopa here and a Koopa here. So once you count 2 Koopas, then the following platform is where you do a duck jump here. Because if you do a normal jump here, you might take damage. It's pretty close, so it's very safe to just do a duck jump. You'll have a cloud in your inventory, and you can just cloud over World 9. Whew. Wow, there is a lot to talk about in World 5, and I probably missed a lot, and I apologize. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. This is a hard world, guys, so I think this is the hardest world in Warpless. Either this world or World 6, which is going to be in the next episode, so I'll be making that episode shortly. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yep, thanks for watching.